Welcome students. Now in this lecture we are going to see few more examples on electrostatics, that is the electric field intensity and the various charge distributions. In the last lecture we have seen three different equations of electric field intensities due to various charge distribution. First equation is because of the point charge. So E bar because of the point charge is given as E bar is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square into AR cap, where R is the distance between the point where the point charge is placed and the point where we want to find out the intensity. The second equation is because of the line charge, and it is given by E bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R it is into AR cap. Remember here it is only R is present and 2 pi epsilon naught R is present. So rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R into AR cap. Where what is R? R is the perpendicular distance between the line charge and the point where we want to find the intensity. And third equation we have seen for surface charge, and that is given by E bar is equal to rho S divided by 2 epsilon naught into AN cap, where rho S is surface charge density and AN cap is unit vector perpendicular to this surface charge, and it is pointing towards the point where we want to find the intensity. So with these three equations, we are going to solve one more example on electric field intensities, where all the three components can be calculated in single example. So let us consider this example. Find E bar at point P 1, 5, 2 meters in free space if the point charge of 6 microcoulomb is located at 001 and a uniform line charge density rho L is equal to 180 nanocoulomb per meter along x-axis, and a uniform sheet charge with rho S equal to 25 nanocoulomb per meter square over the plane z is equal to -1. So in this case, three different charges are given. A point charge is also given, a line charge is also given, and a surface charge is also given. And we want the electric field intensity at point P, 1, 5, 2 in free space because of all three kinds of charge distribution. So we'll divide this example into in three cases. First, we'll consider a point charge and we'll find the electric field intensity at point P due to that point charge. That point charge is situated at 001. Then the second case we will find the electric field intensity at point P again due to uniform line charge density rho L. And in third case we will find electric field intensity at point P again due to surface charge density, which is given as rho S is equal to 25 nanocoulomb per meter square over Z is equal to minus plane. So one by one we'll see these cases. So first, if we mark the point, if we see the Cartesian coordinate system like x, y, z, the point P is at 1, 5, 2. So in first case, what they have given, we will find intensity at point P due to another point charge. Okay, intensity at point P due to a point charge. So we already know the equation. Intensity due to point charge is given by Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square into AR cap, right? So here we will, where the point charge is situated, the charge is situated at 001. So it is consider that it is present here. It is present at 0, 0, 1, right? Now we have to find out the intensity at point P, which is at 002, somewhat at higher level. So we are going towards this 1, 5, 2 point, right? So what is the equation? We know intensity due to point charge. We will indicate that intensity, it may be, let us EQ and we are going to find out it by using equation q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar cap, like this. Okay, we'll use this equation and find out intensity at point P because of this point charge, which is how much it is? It is equal to 6 microcoulomb. So at this point, the 6 microcoulomb charge is given to us. Right, then this is solved in here. So we'll call that intensity equal to E1, and E1 is given by Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R AP square into A cap AP. So uh, this point 001 we have considered as point A. You can consider any name, you can use any name. So from A to P we have to go, right? So we have to find out this distance vector RAP and its unit vector A cap RAP. So we will find it one by one. uh, A cap RAP, we already know that it is the vector divided by its magnitude. So it is RAP vector. Here it is shown like this. So here it is shown RAP divided by magnitude of RAP. Then what is RAP? It is point P minus point A, right? So point P is 1 comma 5 comma 2 and point A is 0 comma 0 comma 1. So we'll subtract it and we'll find RAP. So RAP is equal to 1 minus 0 AX cap plus 5 minus 0 AY cap plus 2 minus 1 AZ cap. So it is equal to AX plus 5 AY plus AZ cap. So RAP magnitude is equal to, it is equal to 1 square plus 5 square plus 1 square, that is equal to square root of 27. Now we will put all these two values in above equation. Q1 is given as 6 microcoulomb. 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is 8 into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 into square root of 27 bracket square into this unit vector is A cap RAP. So we have kept the magnitude and the vector in the bracket. And after solving this all things, we get E1 is equal to 384.3 AX cap plus 1927 to 1.8 AY cap plus 384.3 AZ cap, and it is in volts per meter. So this is our first case. In the second case, we will consider the line charge. The line charge is rho L and it is 180 nanocoulomb, and it is present on which axis? It is present on x axis, and we have to find out intensity again at point P. So now let us consider this all the things again back. So we will erase all the things. So let us remove these points, and now the same point is P, and we want to find out the intensity at point P due to now a line charge. So the line is placed along x-axis. So let us draw that line. Let us put this line on x-axis. So this is the infinite line present on x-axis. Line charge present on along the x-axis. Right, then and we have to find out intensity because of such infinite line charge which is present on x-axis at point P again. So if a line charge is given and point P is given, the first thing what we do, we draw a perpendicular from that onto the from that point onto the line charge or the infinite line charge. So if I draw the perpendicular to the line charge, then it will meet on x-axis. So what is the foot of the perpendicular on x-axis? It is x value is taken from this point P. So it is 1, y is 0, and Z is 0. So the foot of the perpendicular is 1, 0, 0. And we have to go towards point P. So we will mark this as our distance vector r bar. And again we are going to find out the intensity. So what in this case, what is the equation? E is equal to, we know that if infinite line charge is given, the intensity equation is rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into r into AR cap, right? So we'll use this formula and we'll find out intensity E bar. Let us call that E bar as E2. Okay, so in the next slide it is shown as case 2. So in case 2, E2 is given as E2 is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r into AR cap. So AR cap is nothing but the vector r bar divided by magnitude of r bar. Now the consider point P is on x-axis, so it is foot of the perpendicular will be 1, 0, 0, and the point where we want to find out intensity is 1, 5, 2. So 1 minus 1, so r bar will become 1 minus 1. So that can be neglected. So it is written here. Hence, while calculating r bar and AR bar, do not consider x coordinate of the point, or you can directly subtract 1, 0, 0 and 1, 5, 2. So r bar equal to 100 minus 152, that is equal to 1 minus 1 ax cap plus 5 minus 0 ay cap plus 2 minus 0 az cap. That is equal to 0, so it is neglected. So 5 minus 0 into ay cap is 5 ay cap plus 2 az cap. So r bar is 5 square plus 2 square, that is equal to square root of 29. And E2 is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into square root of 29 into this is your this is our unit vector AR cap. So rho L is given as 180 nanocoulomb. So 180 into 10 raised to minus 9 into this unit vector, and all the things are kept in this equation. So final equation, finally E2 is 557.85 AY cap plus 223.14 AZ cap volts per meter. So this is case 2 because of line charge. In the next case, we'll consider the surface charge. So case 3, the surface charge is considered. For surface charge, where the surface charge is situated? It is situated at z is equal to minus 1. So below the xy plane, this z is equal to minus 1, at z equal to minus 1, this infinite sheet charge is present. It is infinite, but it is below xy plane because z is at minus side. So now the plane is parallel to xy plane and it is and the normal direction. So az cap is perpendicular unit vector to this az cap is perpendicular unit vector to this z is equal to minus plane. See in the figure, az cap is perpendicular unit vector to this plane because it is parallel to xy plane. So what is equation? We know that such surface charge is given, then what is intensity at point P? It is equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught into an cap. What is an cap? An cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the given sheet charge and it is going towards point P. So point P is above and the plane is below. So the unit vector is plus az cap. It is going in upward direction, right? So this an cap is just equal to az cap. We'll put this az cap in the equation and just we'll solve that. That's easy to find out now. So rho s they have given as 25 nanocoulomb per meter square. So 25 into 10 raised to minus 9. 2 divided by 2 into epsilon naught, 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12, and an cap is what? Plus az cap. So that plus sign or minus sign is very important. We have to go towards point P from our sheet charge. Whatever be the direction, that direction you have to use here, either az or plus az or minus az. So here in this case it is plus az, right? So the E3 value has come 1411.79 az cap volts per meter. Now, once we got all the three intensities at point P, due to different charge distribution, will add all these three intensities and will find final intensity E bar, or E total you can call, is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3. So we'll add all AX component, AY component, and AZ component. So the final solution is this given in the chart in volts per meter. So in this way we can find intensity due to all charge distribution together. Now we have derived a formula for electric field intensity due to surface charge, electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Then what about electric field intensity due to volume charge? But first look at what is volume charge. A volume charge is distributed over volume. It is present in a volume and it is measured in terms of volume charge density. So whatever the charge present in that volume is known as volume charge density, and it is measured in coulomb per meter cube. And we know that if such a volume charge density is given, then how to calculate charge Q? Charge Q is equal to volume integration or integration over V rho V into dV, where dV is the volume equation, or it is triple integration of rho V into dV. Okay, so if we solve now, if you want to find out intensity because of such rho V dV, just like rho S ds, then we have to use this kind of formula. So E bar, the electric field intensity resulting from such a volume charge, we can use this equation. E bar is equal to integration of, or volume integration of, dq divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR cap. But now in this case the dq is rho v into dv, right? So it is triple integration or just volume integration of rho v dv divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR cap. Since the vector r bar and rho v will vary over the volume, this triple integral can be difficult. So it is finding such integration is difficult. But if you ever find this integration, then it is similar to the point charge equation. If you put the value of rho v dv just like previous derivation, and if we find the intensity, then it is it is similar to point charge equation. So finally intensity due to volume charge is similar, will have a similar equation like point charge. And what is the equation of point charge? It is equal to E is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR cap. That comes out to be same. So this is most not this is rarely used. Let us move to the third important parameter of the electrostatics, that is electric flux density. So this flux density is invented by a scientist known as Michael Faraday. He has done an experiment and he found that the intensity shows displacement, or the electric field shows displacement. Okay, and that displacement is measured in terms of electric flux. So what he have done, he have taken a sphere, and the sphere is charged with a charge of plus q, and that sphere is metallic sphere, and he took another two spheres which are called as hemispheres, cut in half sections, and he clamped these two hemispheres around this central sphere, and he put some dielectric material between these air gaps between the inner sphere and outer sphere. He put some dielectric material and he closed these two spheres so that this inner sphere is surrounded by completely by an outer sphere. Only inner sphere is charged by plus q. The outer spheres are not charged initially. So what he found, after some time, he found that there is an equal charge present on the outer sphere. What he found? He found an equal charge accumulated on the outer sphere. Then how this happens? This happens because this charge has displaced from this point towards outer side through the dielectric media. Okay, this charge is displaced from this point to outer side, and that displacement of charge is nothing but electric flux. So this flux is indicated by lines of flux. So see in this figure, the outer shell, if the outer shell is grounded, and then if we remove the ground, we can find that there is a charge present on the outer shell, and that charge is same as plus charge, plus q charge, but it is opposite in sign. Remember, the charge has equal magnitude, but it got the sign equal to minus. So equal and opposite charge is accumulated on the outer sphere, and this displacement of charge is called as flux. So these lines indicate the flux lines, and there is a charge present on the surface of the outer sphere. So total charge present on the surface of the outer sphere divided by the area of the sphere is nothing but density. So it is flux density. Flux is what? Charge in terms of lines of flux. So on the surface, the flux is present, and that flux divided by its area is called as flux density. And in electrostatic, it is indicated by a capital letter D bar. So what is electric flux now? The electric flux is amount of electric charge penetrating a surface, and it is indicated by letter psi from a positive charge, and it accumulates on a negative charge. What is flux? It is a displacement of electric charge. It begins at plus q charge and it terminates on a minus q charge. Okay, so whatever the charge that is enclosed, that much amount of flux will displace or move. So charge, amount of flux is equal to amount of charge. This is a very important formula. Amount of flux because is equal to amount of charge, and it is investigated by Michael Faraday. Okay, so if q charge is enclosed in a sphere, then that much amount of flux will emerge from that sphere. Now what is flux density? Density is nothing but flux divided by area, and it is indicated by d. So flux means psi, and divided by area of that sphere or area of the circular sphere, and it is equal to psi divided by 4 pi r square. So d bar. So this is the magnitude of the flux densities. Psi divided by 4 pi r square. But it also has the direction. It is moving in outward direction along the radius, right? It is the flux is moving in outward direction along the radius. So the direction of the flux is in radial direction. So if we attach a unit vector ar cap, then flux density d bar, a vector quantity, and it is given by d bar is equal to q. What is q? Why q? Because psi is equal to q. We have already written here. So q divided by 4 pi r square, that is area of the sphere, into ar cap. This equation is the equation for flux density on the surface of a or at any point on the surface. So d bar is measured in coulomb per meter square because q is measured in coulombs, and this is area in meter square, so it is coulomb per meter square. Now we are going to derive one more formula, that d bar is also equal to epsilon into e bar. So let us find out how it comes. So we know that electric flux density d bar for point charge, this is the equation of the d bar for point charge. It is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi r square, not epsilon naught, q upon 4 pi r square into ar cap. But we already know that E bar is equal to, due to point charge, what is E bar? E bar is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square into AR cap. Same, similar kind of equation we already seen. But the difference between these two equation is what? It is epsilon naught, right? So if we derive equation or relation between these two quantities, d bar and e bar, where d bar is what? Electric flux density, and e bar is what? Electric field intensity. So d bar is equal to epsilon, or you can call epsilon naught into e bar. Okay, this is a one more formula. We are going to use it many more times later on. So d bar is equal to epsilon or epsilon naught e bar. So similar to the E bar, there are same equations for D bar, because there is just a difference of epsilon, right? So we know that if infinite line charge is present, then what is equation of E bar? E bar is rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R into AR cap. So from this equation, we can write the equation of D bar. Just remove this epsilon naught and write the equation. So what the equation comes? D bar is equal to rho L. No need to derive the equation. D bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi R. Remove this epsilon naught. Rho L upon 2 pi R into AR cap. So this is for line charge. Similar to this, we can write equation for surface charge also. So we know for surface charge, equation of E bar is rho S upon 2 epsilon naught into AN cap. So what is D bar? D bar is equal to rho S. Remove this epsilon naught and just write 2. So it's rho S divided by 2 into AN cap. This is the equation for, so this is the equation for D bar. Then third equation for due to volume charge, E bar due to volume charge, we have written this integral equation, integration of rho v into dv divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR cap. So d bar will be same. Just remove this epsilon naught from the denominator and we can write d bar is equal to rho v dv divided by 4 pi r square into AR cap volume integration. All the densities are measured in coulomb per meter square. There is one more equation on electric field intensity. Later on we are going to see this, and it is given by, so if we know the flux, then we can find out density, and if you know the density, we can find out the flux. So how to find out flux? Flux is equal to, density is equal to flux divided by area. So if I take area onto that side, then it is equal to d bar into ds bar. So it has to be taken as a dot product between d bar and d bar, and it has to be taken a dot product between d bar and ds bar. So it is a surface integration of d bar dot ds bar is equal to flux. And this is important formula to find flux if we know the d bar, where ds bar is area vector. Let us solve one example on flux density. So in this example, determine the flux density at point 4, 0, 3 if there is a point charge of minus 5 pi millicoulomb present at 400 and a line charge of 3 pi millicoulomb per meter present along y-axis. So two charges are given. One is point charge at of minus 5 pi. Pi is nothing but it is a constant 3.145. So minus 5 into 3.145, that is the value of that point charge. So minus 5 pi millicoulomb is present at 400, and another line charge of infinite length is present along y-axis, and it is having the rho L value equal to 3 pi millicoulomb per meter. So in this figure it is drawn. How to visualize that? Point charge is present at 4, 0, 3, means where along y-axis, along at this point 4, 0, 3, and a point charge is present. A point charge is present at 4, 0, 0, and a line charge is present along y-axis. So this blue color shows a line charge. And we have to find density at 4, 0, 3. Right? Then there are two densities, one because of this point charge and another because of this line charge. So one by one we will find. So let us write the equation. D total is equal to dq plus dl. dq is nothing but it is indication of point charge, density due to point charge, and let us take dl as indication for line charge. So dq is flux density due to point charge, and it is given by equation q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar cap, that is E bar multiplied by epsilon naught, or we can directly write dq is equal to q upon 4 pi r square into ar cap. So what is r? We have to find the intensity at 403 and the point charge is present at 400, right? So from 403 we will subtract 400. Okay, see the figure. From the point charge is present here and the point where we want to find intensity is 403. So 403 minus 400, that is equal to 4 minus 4 ax cap plus 0 minus 0 ay cap plus 3 minus 0 az cap, that is equal to 3 az cap only, and its magnitude is equal to magnitude of r is equal to square root of 3 square, that is equal to 3, and it is a its unit vector ar cap is given by ar cap is equal to 3 az cap because it is r bar divided by magnitude of r bar. So 3 az cap divided by magnitude of r bar is 3, and that will equal to just az cap. Then if I put these two values in dq, then dq is q. What is q? It is minus 5. Q is minus 5 pi into 10 raised to minus 3. Milli means 10 raised to minus 3. Divided by 4 pi r square. R is 3. 3 square means 9. AR cap is what? Just AZ cap. We have found AZ cap. So the dq value will be, if you solve this, then we will get dq value is equal to minus 0.138 AZ cap into 10 raised to minus 3. That is equal to millicoulomb per meter square. This unit is very important. Density is measured in density is measured in coulomb per meter square. Okay, so it is equal to as there is 10 raised to minus 3. After solving this, you will get 10 raised to minus 3. So we can write, instead of minus 3, we can write just millicoulomb per meter square. Next, this is density due to point charge. Now density due to line charge. We know that dl is given by rho l upon 2 pi r. Epsilon naught is not present, remember, into ar cap. So similar to intensity, we are going to find out, solve all those things. We will draw a perpendicular onto the line charge. So where the line charge is situated? It is situated along y-axis. So from 403, if I draw a perpendicular onto the line charge, then it will exactly meet at origin, because y at this point P, y in the point P is 0, so it will go towards origin. So what is the foot of the perpendicular? On y-axis, x value is 0 and z value is already 0, and y value will take from this point P, but in point P the y value is 0, so it is again 0, so it will go exactly at origin, right? So what is the r bar vector in line charge? This r bar we have to find out, ar cap we have to find out. So ar cap is nothing but vector divided by its magnitude. So 403 minus 000, because foot of the perpendicular we got is 0, 0, 0. So 4 minus 0, that is 4ax cap, 0 minus 0, ay cap, and 3 minus 0, az cap. So it is 4ax plus 3ay, sorry, plus 3az cap divided by 4 minus 0 bracket square plus 0 minus 0 bracket square plus 3 minus 0 bracket square. That is equal to square root of 16 plus 9, that is equal to square root of 25, and that is equal to 5. So this vector AR cap is equal to 4AX plus 3AZ divided by 5. Now we'll put this AR cap, and R bar is the distance and it is 5. So 3 pi into 10 raised to minus 3, that millicoulomb was there. So you can just keep milli as it is, divided by 2 pi into R into AR cap, and our AR cap is this. So after solving this, we'll get 0.24 AX cap plus 0.18 AZ cap millicoulomb per meter square. So that is equal to 0.25 4 AX cap plus 0.18 AZ cap millicoulomb per meter square. So next we have to add these two intensities dq and dl together. So d total is equal to dq bar plus dl bar, that is dq only has az component and dl has both ax and az component. So az will add together, and after this we are getting it is converted into microcoulomb. So then, or you can keep it as it is in millicoulomb. So 0.24 ax cap plus 0.42 az cap millicoulomb per meter square, and if you want to convert it into some higher numbers, then you can add microcoulomb also. So 240 ax plus 42 az microcoulomb per meter square will be the final answer.